I-meet natin today si Gabbi.
And with Xiaomi's advanced AI features on the from viewing it from a next acting role to searching for fashion. I'll never run out of ideas. From gearing up for my next acting role to features, I'll never run out of ideas. Creativity sets our souls in motion. And with Xiaomi's advanced AI features, I'll never run out of ideas. From gearing up for my next acting role to searching for fashion inspirations, I can do it effortlessly. It's like an engineered camera captures every detail with precision, and AI image edit ensures I look flawless in every shot. I am Gabbi Garcia, actress. Live life and live it creatively. The Xiaomi 14T series. And AI image edit ensures I camera captures every detail with precision, and AI image edit ensures I look flawless in every shot. I am Gabbi Garcia, actress. Live life and live it creatively. The Xiaomi 14T.
Who are really helpful for you. So I find it super exciting. That's why I really try to reinvent myself most of the time.
And reinventing yourself, especially now that with the social media happening and all that, it's very important that we keep up and adapt as well.
Correct, grabe. Especially nung nag-reels yung Instagram. It changed the game, literally. Like, everybody would produce self-taped videos, self-edited videos. That's why it's important that you have your trusty camera phone, smartphone with you to catch up on social media, especially in my line of work.
Yeah, and I've actually seen a lot of your Instagram reels with the makeup transformation.
Yeah.
I totally love those. But in terms of like visual identity, how do you still keep that up in spite of like maintaining your own identity?
Whatever I put out on social media, it's purely me. I don't try to be someone else. I don't try to pretend. If people find me ang arte naman niya on social media, well, I really am an artist. So, I just really try to be true to myself. I feel like you'll last in the industry if you're honest and you're true to yourself. It's hard to pretend, right? So, ayun lang. I feel like that's why my personal branding and my content are consistent because I stick to what's true to myself.
That's so nice. Consistency is really important in terms of like doing that on social media. So now that we're on the social media thing, especially that handling your own personal brand online is quite a challenge. But for you, it's not because you're still very authentic and genuine despite that behind the cameras. So since we're talking about that, I want to know more about the artificial intelligence. Are you familiar with AI?
I love AI.
You love AI.
Can I just say, I use AI almost every day. I'm not even lying. This is no showbiz. I use AI so much. I don't think it's something to be afraid of because a lot of people get intimidated by AI.
Yes.
They feel like, I can't blame naman than others. Other people say na parang it's gonna replace human jobs or whatever. But it's there to help us to enhance our lives. So why not take advantage of it? Like I use it so much with my work.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so can you further elaborate how you use AI and streamlining your workload and whatnot?
Okay, how do I use it? In a lot of ways. So there's this app in the Xiaomi phone called Gemini. You can literally ask anything you want. It can curate an outline for you. It can send you pegs if you're looking for pegs for a certain project. For the camera, it can erase some unnecessary stuff in your photo. It can do so much. And I truly believe that AI will help us enhance our workload. It's not to replace jobs,
Yeah.
it's really to help us out. So why not take advantage of it, diba?
Yeah, and actually, I totally agree with what you said. It's there to really help us and make our lives more convenient.
Yes, of course. Of course, you're not gonna depend on it, diba? The heart and the soul of whatever you want to create is still within you. It's just there to enhance things.
Exactly. So, can you give specific instances where you actually use AI?
Girl, I use AI every day. I can't even. For example, I need an outline for a certain reel, or we're brainstorming, my team and I. If there's something that I want to execute that I can't describe, I ask help from AI. So I describe it in the Gemini app. I describe what I want it to look like, to feel like, and then it's gonna generate it for me.
Wow.
And then so it can better explain it to my team. So we're all on the same page.
Yes, and it makes your work more efficient.
Exactly. So it's more productive. Mas madami kaming nagagawa because of AI.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that Xiaomi 14T series also has that. And we will be also discussing those about more in just a while during this session throughout the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for you guys and for Gabbi Garcia, do you have any advice sa ating mga viewers right now and even those who are fans in terms of like really making sure that AI is there but at the same time doesn't affect your total personal life?
I feel like use it more to enhance your skills. You can learn so much from it. It's also fun to use, especially in the camera. Like you don't even have to look for a space na walang tao because you can easily erase it through AI. So just enjoy using it. Don't be intimidated and explore, expand it more, and use it to your advantage.
Use it to your advantage. Do you have anything more to say or you're good?
Don't stop creating. As long as you have your smartphones with you, it's so easy now. The best tool that you have is your Xiaomi phones. You just pull it up and then take whatever photos you want, take a lot of videos, and don't be intimidated by other people on social media. You do you. So whatever you want to put out there, as long as you're responsible, just put it out and just create content.
Yeah, just do that, guys, and that you do you. So again, Gabbi, thank you so much for really highlighting how important it is to, know your personal self and at the same time be that visual identity na alam mong ikaw talaga.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys. And again, we have here, ladies and gentlemen, Gabbi Garcia. Let's give her a big round of applause. Thank you once again, and later we'll meet you for our
Yes, I shall be back.
Maraming salamat.
Take a photo.
Before that, let's take a photo muna.
Also an interest in political science and has posted several videos regarding this topic on her YouTube account. Ladies and gentlemen, are you all ready to meet her? Yes? Alright, let us please welcome Janina Vela!
Hey, Janina Vela here. Good morning, everyone. I hope we're all having a wonderful morning. Can I just get a feel of the crowd and say, hep hep? Hooray! Hooray? Hep hep! Ayan, gising naman pala. At ginawa nyo rin in fairness. But hi everybody, I'm Janina Vela and today I was invited by Xiaomi to talk... Ay, ako pala yun. In fairness, okay, no joke. I'm going to talk about crafting, captivating content. So I have been a content creator for almost 10 years. Magta 10 years na po ako next year. And syempre, ang dami ko rin natutunan. Ang dami ko rin mga mistakes that I would love to share with you guys a bit today. And of course, this is powered by the Xiaomi 14T series. And I will be talking about how to utilize the AI of this series, with your content creation. Next slide, please. There, it's powered by Xiaomi 14T series. Next slide. So as I mentioned, I have been on the space since 2015. I started when I was 15 years old. I'm 25 now. So it's been a really, really long time on the space. So when I started, ito yung mga videos na ginagawa ko. School vlogs, beauty vlogs, and stuff like that. Pero ngayon, medyo nag-evolve tayo, syempre, from landscape to portrait, from YouTube, naging mas uso na yung TikTok, yung Reels, kaya shift na rin ako to portrait mode. But I also shifted my content from school stuff, beauty stuff, daily vlogs. I started posting inspirational content, social-political content, like what was mentioned, and of course, lifestyle as well. But with that said nga, if there is one thing, and if this is the only thing you remember from me, besides everything about AI and the Xiaomi 14T series, it would be this quote that has guided me throughout my entire journey. Next slide. It's this one. You'll never run out of excuses, but you will run out of time. And I say this not to scare you. I don't want to scare you and think, oh my gosh, maubos yung oras natin. Definitely not. But the point is, we all have dreams. We all have goals. And we can spend the entire day, the entire week, going back and forth saying, I can't do this kasi whatever this, I'm not the best person. I can't do this kasi wala pa akong ganito. I can't do this kasi I'll wait na lang for this. Oh, hindi ko kaya kasi siya na lang, na. And we could go back and forth. I could go back and forth with you. Pero, hindi naman mauubos yung listahan natin. Yung mauubos, yung oras. Sayang. And something that I decided so early on in my life is that I didn't want to look back on my life and have regrets of things I should have done. And things I wanted to do, but I didn't because I was afraid. And I hope this quote inspires you as much as it inspires me. And so just an extra push, next slide, I came across this on Instagram. It says, your first draft is already perfect. All it has to do is exist. Meaning, create ka lang. Okay lang na far siya from perfect. Okay lang na hindi siya ganun kaganda. Yung point is, as long as you created, it's already perfect. But of course, you guys came to talk to me about content. So we will talk about that. And I have 3 kind of C's for you. But the first one is this one. It's to create your community. And this is important because, sorry, I can't decide if I want this open or closed. But creating your community is important because it first tells you as a creator that you're not alone. We all have different interests, we all have different personalities, we all have different passions. And I'll tell you now, no matter how niche or special you think your passion is, there's somebody out there who wants to share that love with you. And I found that time and time again. Kasi nung nagsimula ako noong 2015, wala pang ibang mga YouTubers nun dito sa Pilipinas.
And hello, Gabbi again. And hello, Janina. You can sit here.
Thanks,
Well,
Jazz.
Hi, Janina.
Hi, Gabbi.
Right, it was an insightful discussion actually, and thank you so much for your time, guys. And actually, we've got some questions from kanina earlier. So I'd like to siguro ask muna si Janina regarding your first talk no kanina. It's all about content creation, and I know that you've been talking about consistency over perfection during your presentation. But what's your best advice to all those people who are really interested into venturing into doing content creation on YouTube and other social media platforms?
Well, if we're talking about consistency, I feel like this is easier said than done, but don't overthink it. There is really a need for real human connection, for authenticity, for vulnerability, and these are things that we as far in order to create content that will speak to people.
Yeah, and I think everyone starts at something, you know. And as mentioned by Gabbi earlier, it's really, really important to also be so genuine about what you know, show on social media and at the same time behind the camera. So thank you, Janina, for that. And meanwhile, for Gabbi, actually, we've actually talked about, you know, you venturing into acting and at the same time hosting now. But other than that, on a more personal note, do you have anything in mind that you're really looking into, like leaning towards apart from just acting? marketing o kaya hosting, and like more personal?
Personal, I love traveling. It's a non-nego thing for me. Whenever it's the start of the year, I make sure to block all of my travel dates because for me, when you travel, it's not just for leisure, it's also for your knowledge, it's also for learning. So I feel like it's also a must. You have so many things that you can learn when you travel that you can't just learn when you're just in one place. And also, it's a nice opportunity for me to take genuine content. Not like, not about work or not about me as an actor. It's just really as Gabbi traveling the world. So it's a genuine moment for me. That's a very like a non-nego thing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually see your posts with Khalil as well.
Yeah.
That you guys travel and also take content.
Yeah, we love traveling talaga. And whenever we travel, we make sure to do a lot of content. Because, of course, it's not just about our social media, but we really enjoy producing stuff together. So I feel like also when you put out something on social media, it's just not about work. It should also be fun and enjoyable.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's where you get to learn more about the culture of others right, in different countries. Thank you so much, Gabbi. And I guess we have more questions for Janina naman this time. So, what inspired you to really focus on beauty content?
Well, I was 15 years old when I started focusing on beauty content. Yeah. And I think I mentioned a while ago in my talk the idea of just starting where your heart is. That was what I was genuinely so passionate about at 15 years old. I loved makeup. I loved watching other makeup gurus online. And so I love being able to feel confident in doing something. I feel like that was an empowering routine for me to be able to say like, I'm taking time for myself to make myself feel good, to make myself feel confident. And just that idea being, being put in a 15-year-old's head, it means, okay, I matter too. Like, yeah, I can take up space in the world and I can feel empowered and I can do what I want to do because I feel confident and empowered. So, having all of those very complex feelings as a teenager, that's something that I wanted to share to my Vela fam, to my subscribers who are also the same age as me, who are also going through the same things. So that's where I really started the community, and that's why.
I love that. Thanks for that inspiring message and empowering message to all our audiences right now. And just a final few words sa ating mga audience. Do you have anything that you want to impart to them before you guys leave the stage, before you guys
Yeah, when you're creating content, make sure you're also having fun. Do not forget the fun of it, the creative side of it. Don't be pressured so much with everything on social media. I feel like when you create content, it shouldn't be for other people. It should be for you because you love what you're doing.
Exactly. Yes, you always do that for yourself, and the rest will follow.
Yeah, and people will see through the lens. They will know if you're genuine or not. So don't forget to have fun and enjoy your content.
I love that. Thank you, Gabbi. How about you, Janina?
Yeah, you said it so perfectly. Make sure you love what you're doing. And I think another thing would just be also to know that you're also your target market. I think that's a more practical side of it. It's ask yourself, okay, if I saw this, what would I feel? If I saw this, would I stay and watch? If I saw this, would I love it? Would I like it, share it? And I feel like that's what makes it unshakable, I think, when the bashers come or when the haters come. If you genuinely can stand for your content and say, no, actually, I really like this and I'm very proud of this. So being able to create something and say that makes you kind of unshakable. And the other side to it would be to never stop exploring. I know it looks perfect online, but if you watch my entire evolution, my videos from 10 years ago, 5 years ago, now are so different from each other. And that's because I was exploring who I was as a person and also also Janina Vela I was also exploring who she was as a content creator. So doing that, of course, like with the filters that I mentioned a while ago, the different creative layerings of the AI that the Xiaomi 14T series has, I think it's a great tool to be able to see what works for you, what doesn't, and if it doesn't, that's fine, and if it does, then great. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think it all boils down into knowing yourself before you do something, because it's really important that we are self-aware of what we really want and what we want to do.
Yeah, and be responsible.
Yeah.
Have fun, but be responsible.
Highlight on the being responsible. Again, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Gabbi, and thank you, Janina. Let's give a big round of applause